Let me say at the outset, as Pizza Hut, we are so proud to support this work. And we do it with intentionality, we do it with authenticity, and we do it with humility. And we'll stand on the principles and the platform of anti-racism.
My name is Allison Dempsey. This year I'm teaching 5th grade social studies.
So what are some racial differences that you've noticed around you?
People are different, so they get treated based on how they look.
What is the dominant culture? What does the dominant culture do?
They make people believe certain stereotypes about a certain group of people. Anybody whose skin color is darker.
Dominant culture is for powerful people with power, and white people make other people think that black people are bad. So that's why black people don't have power.
If a white person kills a black person, they call it self-defense. But if a black person kills a white person, it says murder. That's how unfair black people's life is.
They actually knew it. They actually said everything.
All right, so we have this word called microaggressions. Has anyone ever heard this word before? And you can just show me with the
I do teach at a school where most of my kids are BIPOC, which is Black, Indigenous people of color.
Have you participated in microaggressions before and didn't know it? Right? So remember, we all have bias, and this might be the uncomfortable part, is realizing, oh, I might have done a microaggression and didn't even realize I was doing that.
Selfish men have created unjust, racist laws.
And to support this journey, as you've mentioned, First Book and Pizza Hut have joined together to launch this unprecedented partnership. And those are educators working with kids in need, ages 0 to 18, ages 0 to 18, 0 to 18. This is what Pizza Hut said. We are in.
Now, I know I do a lot of memeing on this channel, a lot of jokes, a lot of sarcasm, but this is a video that, in spite of my cat making sure that he is a part of it, this is a video that really isn't intended to be funny. It's supposed to be shocking. It's supposed to open your eyes a little bit. And there are times where on this channel I cover serious topics. I've covered many of them over the years. And of course, these topics always are a little more fulfilling to cover for me outside of a pointless Hollywood drama. Now, I'm not a father myself. Hopefully one day I will be. But I can say with great confidence that if you are, or you know people who are, or you're ever thinking about it, or you're just concerned in general, the things I'm going to talk about in this video should shock and appall you. It should drive you to want to share this video. It should drive you to tell people, talk about this kind of stuff, because it's legitimately terrifying. And if you haven't yet, I hope today will be the day I earn your subscription. There's a red subscribe button down below the video. Click it now, please. Now, I've been talking with Sydney Watson a good bit about this particular topic over the past week or two, and I decided to work together with her to put together, a signal boost and cover a different angle to it. Now, she's got a video over on her channel, which I'm going to link in the description below, that I highly recommend watching, called Teaching Kids to Hate Themselves. And you should also give her a subscribe. I think she's close to or just passing 600,000 subscribers. I know a lot of my viewers probably already are subscribed, but if you're not, it's a high quality subscribe recommendation from me. Now, if you even have been passively aware of the conversation online lately, it's been a lot of conversations around this thing called critical race theory, which is essentially teaching students teaching white kids that they have the original sin of being white. This is my own interpretation based on countless hours of video footage, essentially teaching them just that. It's about insane things like teaching kids to do a privilege walk, which teaches young kids that they've got things going their way or they don't, based on things completely out of their control. Here's a perfect example from Sydney.
What worries me more than TikTok teachers patting themselves on the back are the teachers conducting online seminars or participating in more official school videos that promote anti-white ideology. This teacher had his class line up and participate in a privilege walk. He asked them a series of questions about their privilege status and has them step forward or back depending on the answer.
Step backwards. If you or your family ever inherited money or property, take a step forward.
Of course.
Money or property, take a step forward. If you come from a supportive family environment, take a step forward.
Then we have even more serious issues where it's being taught directly in class. Elementary school, middle school, high school. This type of concepts, these lessons, at minimum should be taught at a collegiate level, if at all, and shouldn't be taking advantage of any federal tax dollars from citizens to be in existence. This is something that the teachers union, the largest teachers union here in the United States, had vowed to teach their students, and only after an immense amount of backlash did they scrub it from their website. But make no mistake, they're still going to be teaching it. They're still going to be pushing it. They're just hiding it now. Cameras in every classroom immediately. Take a look at this.
This particular teacher deals with students that are mostly in elementary school, or as we say in Australia, primary school. And in this video, we're shown examples of what teaching in her classroom looks like. When are you aware of being white? Why do you think people sometimes struggle with talking about being white? What in the Kool-Aid drinking hell is this? I won't lie, these answers hurt my heart a little bit. I love how this one kid said, in class. Kind of hard to ignore skin color when it's being brought up by your teachers every waking minute of the day. Fancy that. This goes on to show a bunch of other lessons about race from this specific teacher. I especially like that this one says that racism is prejudice plus power, and that white people can't experience racism. Yes, that is what this teacher is telling kids. And you wonder why society is the way that it is. And does Make America Great Again mean Make America White? No. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but it really seems like these leftists really pity non-white people. It's like they don't think that you can do anything for yourselves. In fact, as far as they're concerned, they're actually teaching your kids that white kids are superior, and they can't even see it. Self-awareness. Zero.
Now you may be wondering, what does Pizza Hut have to do with any of this stuff? Well, they're sponsoring it. We can see a wide variety of articles that have exposed this. You have shocking 5th grade students recite critical race theory sponsored by Pizza Hut. Children as young as 11 are made to recite widely divisive race essentialist ideology, critical race by their school teachers. You can see a lot of this was exposed by Myth-Informed Milwaukee. People that are friends of mine. I've spoken at their conferences before. I've attended them, and I'll be attending the one coming up, which isn't public yet, but I'll be there too. A video surfaced on May 26th shows children's responses to teachers' questions about race relations in public schools in Sunset Park. Now, in the clip, Allison Dempsey introduced herself as a 5th grade social studies teacher and talks briefly about inquiry-based learning, mentioning that the children guide the learning. She asked one student, "What is the dominant culture? What does the dominant culture do?" Who replied, "They make people believe certain stereotypes about certain groups of people, not just blacks, also brown or indigenous, anybody whose skin color is darker." Responding to the same question, another student said, "Dominant cultures for powerful people with power and white people make other people think that black people are bad. So that's why black people don't have any power." You, of course, have the original 11-minute video, which is being lambasted by the internet. The thread continues on Twitter. Fifth grade social studies teacher shares critical race theory. You can see the YouTube video is put out by First Book, which describes itself as a channel that provides educators with brand new high quality books, educational resources, and other essentials they need to help kids learn. First Books have apparently partnered with Pizza Hut to put out, quote, the Empowering Education series. All we wanted was Book It and red cups. Thanks to the support of passionate education advocates, we currently reach millions of children every year and serve more than 1 out of every 4 classrooms. Think about that. Pizza Hut sponsors critical race theory, woke indoctrination in American classrooms. The two are the latest corporations to Pizza Hut and First Book are sponsoring critical race theory curriculum that goes after, quote, greedy white men. They are the two latest corporations to embrace big business wokeness and sponsor a series of CRT indoctrination sessions that expose school-age kids across the United States to radical Marxist teachings. In the clip above, educator Allison Dempsey, we talk about this, and it goes on and on and on. YouTube footage is uploaded to American University's Anti-Racist Research and Policy Center. The live event took place August 19, 2020 via Zoom webinar, serving 7,000 teachers across the globe. First Book, which describes itself on YouTube, provides educators with brand new high-quality books, educational resources, and other essentials needed to help kids learn, has partnered with Pizza Hut to promote empowering education. Pizza Hut sponsors. This is receiving a shockingly small amount of coverage. If you are a parent, if you have brothers and sisters, if you know parents, they need to be involved. There's a reason that these teachers, many teachers, by the way, are great. I will say this. The overwhelming majority of them are. But the teachers that want to push this kind of stuff, there's a reason they didn't want Zoom classes, because it opened all of this stuff up. Think about it. Without the lockdown, we wouldn't have had the high increase of Zoom classes, and we wouldn't have had all the leaks of this stuff. You wouldn't have the largest teachers union in the United States quietly scrubbing it from their website. They know this stuff is wrong. I want cameras in every classroom across in public schools. I think that is an excellent use of taxpayer money. I want this video footage available to parents in the school. There's obviously secure ways that you can do this, and parents need to get involved because this stuff is sick. And it's completely ingrained in our current education system, and it needs to see the sunlight. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please check out Sydney Watson's video, which I will leave linked in the description below. We'll talk to you again real soon.